What is up, everybody? Nick Fiore, Adam with me, Furious Nation YouTube channel right here on youtube.com. It is Sunday afternoon. It's 4:09 here in the United States on Sunday, November the 15th of 2020. Halfway through November, almost the end of the year. It's crazy though, man. It's 2021 will be here before you know it, guys. But enough shenanigans. This is a SmackDown review. This is the review for SmackDown from 2 days ago, Friday, November the 13th of 2020, aka Bad Luck Day. Now, SmackDown, usually tolerable. I thought Friday on SmackDown this past Friday was wasn't really all that good in my opinion. Usually it's tolerable, but this past Friday was not good. Usually they are tolerable, but this past Friday, didn't really feel it. And Zelina Vega was released from WWE this past Friday. And I feel like with that release, it really ruined and killed the vibe for the entire show. Like it just killed it for everyone, in my opinion, except for like Roman Reigns stuff, because we're going to go over it shortly and what he did with the opening segment this past Friday on SmackDown. He said, "No one watches Raw and you ain't missing much." And I laughed my ass off. But we're going to go over a lot of that, or all of that, very shortly with this review. But I figured giving you a SmackDown review today, I usually would do it Saturday, but Saturday had karate stuff all day. I was just drained. I just didn't have the energy yesterday, but I felt like today, give it to you guys, the SmackDown review from this past Friday on SmackDown on Fox. This is probably this is going to be like a 30-minute short review. And I usually SmackDown reviews here in this channel are more than 30 minutes, but just for this one SmackDown review episode from SmackDown this past Friday night on Fox, it's going to be just for this one. It's going to be just 30 minutes. And I have a Zoom meeting at 5, so I'm not going to make it so long for you guys. So just let you guys know on that. Also, before we get started on the SmackDown review, Survivor Series week is this week. I have my Survivor Series week schedule set up for my channel right here in the channel for this week, Survivor Series week. Monday Night Raw review. It's going to be Tuesday morning, Adam. And at AEW, I'd figured I'm going to do the AEW review I'm going to do by myself, and I'd figured the night of Dynamite this Wednesday, so I figured I'd do that. Speaking of Wednesday, I'm going to be with DJ Storms, and DJ Storms, bro, shout out to you, and hope you're watching and hoping you're doing all right, bro. I'm going to be on DJ Storm's YouTube channel for the Survivor Series rundown this Wednesday at 12. So that will happen with me on his channel this Wednesday in the afternoon at 12 this Wednesday. And then Wednesday night this week by myself, the AEW Dynamite review. This Thursday, reviewing NXT and NXT UK this Thursday afternoon, right after the NXT UK episode this Thursday afternoon. For Friday Night SmackDown on Fox, the SmackDown Golem show for this year's Survivor Series, this Friday night. That review, Saturday in the afternoon with Adam. The Raw review this Tuesday morning with Adam. And then Survivor Series preview and predictions the Saturday night. And then Sunday night, a week from tonight, the Survivor Series review the day before the Survivor Series. And then the night before the Saturday night preview and predictions video for Survivor Series this year. So that is the schedule for Survivor Series week for this week for this channel right here. So that is that, and I thought I'd let you guys know on that. And follow me on Twitter at FioreNick579. Follow me on Instagram at NicholasFiore2014. Facebook, add me as a friend on Facebook if you like. Link in the description after the video is done processing and all. Adam. Follow him on Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter. Links in the description after the video is done processing as well. And remember to hit that like button and the subscribe button. And remember to hit that bell for all notifications. So that way, you guys know whenever I'm uploading videos from the channel right here onto YouTube. And that is that. So, the show starts off with Roman Reigns and Paul Heyman. Reigns is in the ring. He says he makes everyone relevant. True, no lies detected, Mr. Reigns. He says, just look at his cousin Jey Uso. He main evented SmackDown a few weeks ago, defeated Daniel Bryan and Kevin Owens, took them both out. And then he said Uso was gonna lead Reigns' team to victory at Survivor Series. So Jey Uso is gonna be the team captain for the SmackDown men's team for this year's Survivor Series, it looks like. And then Reigns said he was going to go on and beat Orton at this year's Survivor Series as well later that same night at Survivor Series. He said Orton is a classic case of you can respect a man's accomplishments even if you don't respect the man. And then all of a sudden, Drew McIntyre's music hits. So McIntyre's music hits. He comes out. So Reigns is visibly confused by this, and then McIntyre gets in the ring. He says then McIntyre says he makes his way down to the ring, and he tells Reigns he isn't going to be facing Orton at Survivor Series. He says it's going to be him. He says he's going to beat Orton on Raw to win back his WWE Championship this Monday on Raw, which is tomorrow night with Raw. And he said Reigns will be facing him instead at the Survivor Series. And then McIntyre notes that it has been a while since they've met inside the ring. McIntyre mentioned that it was Reigns and McIntyre himself, the final two in the men's Royal Rumble this past January. And McIntyre brought up that he eliminated Reigns to win this year's men's Royal Rumble this past January for the men. He also told Heyman, he also said that Heyman knows what happened after that with Brock Lesnar this past April at WrestleMania 36 when McIntyre took the belt off Lesnar in 5 minutes with their match at Mania this past April, WrestleMania 36. And McIntyre also said that McIntyre also said that he also said to Paul Heyman that I made Brock Lesnar my bitch. And then he won the WWE Championship in 5 minutes. McIntyre also said in the ring to Heyman. McIntyre then said he carried the ball while Reigns was in the wind. He said when he won against Lesnar at Mania, Reigns just walked away. And then McIntyre says that he is the man now and he will prove it at the Survivor Series. Then Reigns had the mic and he tells McIntyre, does Reigns, that he tells McIntyre he likes him, but McIntyre doesn't matter. He says ever since he's come back, he hasn't been remembered or hasn't been talked about. Roman said he doesn't watch Raw. Then Heyman said you ain't missing much. Roman said no one's watching Raw because they're all watching SmackDown. And they're all watching SmackDown for me, Roman Reigns. He says no one watches Raw because they are too busy watching SmackDown. Oh man, your thoughts on this, my brother Adam? Yeah, and I wonder if Roman Reigns is taking lessons. Hold on, I wonder if Roman Reigns is taking lessons from this guy. Hold on, let me turn up for you guys. I don't watch the show, Paul. Why would I watch the show? Yeah, I wonder if Roman Reigns taking lessons from Brock Lesnar. I don't watch the show, Paul. Why would I watch the show? Yeah. Even Roman knows that Raw fucking sucks. Yeah. And when Roman said no one watches Raw, and Heyman's like, you ain't missing much, I so laughed my ass off. That's got to be a jab at Bruce Pritchard and Monday Night Raw, man. I love it. Yeah. I fucking love it.
I guarantee you, they both know the show sucks. I guarantee you Monday Night Raw wish they had Bull back.
Yeah, literally. That's what I was thinking too.
Yeah.
But man,
nobody wants this Raw. And Paul Heyman says you ain't missing much. Even Heyman knows that the show sucks.
No lies detected from Reigns and Heyman. Just look at the ratings.
Yeah, but anyways.
Yeah. Laughed my ass off when Reigns said that line. So then Reigns says he wants McIntyre to tell everyone who he is. McIntyre then says he is the guy who is going to beat Orton on Monday. He says he's the guy who's going to go into Survivor Series and show Roman Reigns that he's the secondary champion. And then Jay Uso runs down. No theme music, which I like. Gives it an old school vibe. Jay with Uso runs down, no music, runs down to the ring and gets in McIntyre's face. Jay then tells Drew that he is being disrespectful, just like Daniel Bryan. Uso then says they run this, meaning Jay and Roman run this. Then Jay then said that he was going to get McIntyre too, just like he did to Daniel Bryan and Kevin Owens the past couple weeks. Then Uso challenges McIntyre to a match later on tonight, in an unsanctioned match. Then Reigns looks annoyed at this by Uso's presence, and then McIntyre pushes Uso down to the ground, and then he gets in Roman's face, and then Roman just walks away. Your thoughts real quick on this segment, Adam?
That was a good segment. Why did you McIntyre pick up the radio? If it's Randy Orton, the WWE champion, why is it the one confronting Roman Reigns since he's the world champion? And they're both the world champions of their respective brands.
Perhaps they're teasing this match instead of Survivor Series, and I don't know what you think. Which one would you rather see, Orton and Reigns or Reigns and McIntyre? To me, it doesn't. It's like it doesn't make any difference because neither guy can lose, especially Roman, in my opinion. And now I'd much rather see McIntyre and Reigns after that opening segment. The opening segment was good, and I'd much rather see McIntyre and Reigns and Orton, and I'd much rather see Reigns and McIntyre than Reigns and Orton. But if they get now, I want to talk about this. This tomorrow night on Raw is Orton and McIntyre in a rematch for the WWE title, right? If McIntyre wins the belt back, why did you give Orton the title at Hell in a Cell?
Then it's going to be backwards. So why would you take the title?
That's hot, but that is hot potatoing the title, which I don't like at all.
Yeah. That's what you like. You should have kept it. This would mean like Drew McIntyre should have retained the championship at Hell in a Cell.
If he wins the title back, this McIntyre tomorrow night on Raw, he could have retained at Hell in a Cell.
Yeah.
Now, does McIntyre win it back, or does Orton retain? What do you think happens after what we saw? Do you think McIntyre wins it back, or do you see Orton retaining, or do you see a bigger picture here? Because Seth Rollins is rumored to take time off after Survivor Series to have the kid with Becky Lynch this December. Happy for Seth and Becky, by the way. But what's your thoughts on that, real quick?
Well, we don't know about seriously. But the opening segment we have with Roman and McIntyre, why cannot we get this on SmackDown as an actual feud for the Universal title?
Reigns and McIntyre in a SmackDown program for the Universal title, that I wouldn't mind, because I think Roman Reigns and Daniel Bryan, that needs to happen at WrestleMania for the title. So maybe this is a Fox move. Maybe they want McIntyre on SmackDown, because if Rollins is taking time off, maybe Fox does want Drew to be moved to SmackDown. And if that's the case, who do you move in exchange to Monday Night Raw? Who? King Corbin? Please no.
Well, I have it as nobody. Trade Drew for nobody. Since you know they traded Mandy Rose and Dana Brooke to Monday Night Raw, and in exchange for nobody, then trade Drew back in exchange for nobody.
Yeah. When Mandy Rose is doing nothing on Monday Night Raw.
Yeah.
Worthless tag team with Dana Brooke. Speaking of Dana Brooke, I saw something on Twitter last night. She was at a Emmett boxing fight with her current boyfriend. She's not dating Batista, by the way, guys. Her new boyfriend is a boxer, apparently, right now. She had a mask, not wearing it, the bunch of large gathering, no people wearing masks. So I wonder if with COVID going on right now, I wonder if they're and with COVID cases spiking up now, I wonder if Dana Brooks going to be replaced at the Survivor Series. I'd hope.
Well, I wonder.
I'm not sure if you caught that, Adam.
Yeah, well, I caught that. Well, I wish nobody gets COVID. I mean, if I don't want Dana Brooke to have COVID. I mean, I don't want Dana Brooke or anybody on the WWE roster to have COVID. But seriously, well, you know.
Yeah.
That's all I have to say. I don't want Dana Brooke to have COVID. That's all I hope, that she doesn't have COVID.
Yeah, but it's like if you're not going to wear a mask, you got to be punished.
Yeah.
And that's just my opinion on that. But just like to wear a mask, and if you're not going to wear a mask, be held accountable. That's my take on that. But opening segment, I thought it was good, but again, if McIntyre wins the belt, I don't know why the hell you took the title off him at Hell in a Cell when he could have fucking retained it. You didn't need to give the belt to Orton at Hell in a Cell if that was the case, only to flip flop the belt like a Wendy's hot potato.
Yeah, but
and I hate it when a title is flip flop like a hot potato. It devalues the title and the prestige of the title, and I don't like that. I don't. Moving on. Backstage then after this, Reigns is berating Jey Uso for thinking he needed to handle Reigns' business for him. Jey then says that Jey doesn't make the matches, he does. Then Uso apologizes and he says he's gonna handle it. And then we go to Intercontinental Championship matchup. Sami Zayn and Apollo Crews. Apollo Crews was found. So Sami Zayn's in the ring. He complains that WWE management gave him an hour's notice that he's defending his title against a former U.S. champion, Apollo Crews. Sami then says he is being set up to fail, and no one has ever had to put up with this type of crap. And Sami said he's going to show everyone that his ICE title is more important than the U.S. title or anyone who has ever held it. Then Apollo Crews interrupts and he walks down to the ring. So, Crews and Zayn, what are your thoughts on this, man?
Well, I have to share here. Well, I actually expected the match to be good, but seriously, why is Apollo Crews getting an Intercontinental Championship match?
At least I'm happy he's on TV, but at least have him win a couple matches before earning a title shot.
Well, it's a good thing that he's getting TV time and he's getting to showcase his style. But seriously, why is he getting to the Intercontinental tournament when he has not appeared on an episode of SmackDown since the draft?
At least have him on SmackDown and have him win a couple matches before earning a title shot. At least.
Yeah, and correct me if I'm wrong. Didn't he lose to Bobby Lashley for the United States Championship at the Clash of the Champions pay-per-view?
Oh, but the match was good, man.
I don't care. He lost clean. Get him in the back of the line.
Oh, but no one likes losing, man. You have wins and losses. They should matter.
Wins and losses, they do matter.
Yeah, they should matter. They definitely should matter. But I expect them to get 15, 60 minutes. This was a couple minutes, and they had this in the count out. Sami Zayn, the genius he is, he tied Apollo Crews one of his legs to the bottom apron, and he got Apollo Crews counted out. Your thoughts on this? Do you think this is a one and done, or do you think they wrestle again, but more minutes at TLC?
Maybe they do wrestle again at TLC. Maybe, since based on this ending alone.
That could happen.
All I'm glad of is they protected Apollo Crews in his first match on SmackDown since the draft.
Now, two good workers, though, this match, you can't have Sami lose, can't have Apollo lose. Like, especially with Lashley going into the Survivor Series. Who wants to see Apollo Crews and Bobby Lashley again? Not me. Not me. But Sami and Apollo, maybe this isn't a one and done. Maybe they do wrestle again at TLC and they get more time. Who knows? But I am glad they protected both guys. But again, with the TLC stuff I just talked about just moments ago, we'll see what happens. But They protected both guys, but I expected this to go more. But maybe this isn't a one and done.
Moving on now.
Yeah, moving on. So then again, backstage, Adam Pearce tells McIntyre that he can't sanction a match between McIntyre and Uso because McIntyre's on Raw. He says McIntyre can have an unsanctioned fight if he wants, and McIntyre agrees. Then we go backstage. Rey Mysterio's with his family. Mysterio says he's going to send Rollins to this soul-crushing hell he belongs. He says this ends tonight. Seth Rollins, Rey Mysterio, no holds barred. Their final chapter with their last match. Final chapter with tonight. But before that, we go to Sasha Banks in ring segment. Sasha says the haters thought she could win, but never retain a title. She says it feels good standing in the ring as the SmackDown Women's Champion. Bankson puts the rest of the locker room on Bankson puts the rest of the SmackDown Women's locker room on notice. Bankson tries to address Carmella, but Bayley walks out. Music hits. Bayley walks out on the stage. And then before Bayley gets to the ring, Carmella appears behind Banks and super kicks her. Then Carmella lands the face buster and leaves. So, yeah.
How could I be interested in this?
But Sasha and Bayley, there needs to be more, and there may need to be more though, man. And I feel like there's so much left on the table, man. At least have a third and last encounter. And besides, who wants to see Carmella in the championship match, though, man? She was a terrible champion in 2018, man.
I don't care. Baby walked clean twice to Sasha Banks. Have her in the back of the line, have her win some matches, and then maybe we can talk about her in another title match.
Yeah. Oh, but no one wants to see Carmella and Sasha one-on-one, man.
I understand that, by the way, but seriously, look, speaking of that, why is Carmella getting a women's title match? And by the way, how many matches has she even had since the draft or since Money in the Bank? Because correct me if I'm wrong, because she hasn't even been on television since Money in the Bank.
Nope.
And all of a sudden, it's a women's title match.
Nope. Yeah. Now, and Carmella, again, she stole Nikki Bella's attire.
Yeah, or she stole Eva Marie's attire.
Yeah. Looks like it. But
I want to say this. When I said this to you when we were calling each other, when we watched Monday Night Raw together, the WWE, they're booking themselves into a corner with Carmella versus Sasha. They're booking themselves into a corner.
yeah. Well, neither one could lose, especially Sasha. No one wants to see her lose so soon.
Yeah, but Carmella, see how she's a new character. Why would she lose this soon?
Yeah. Carmella can't lose, but mostly Sasha can't lose because imagine if they have Carmella beat Sasha for the title and no one wants to see that. Sasha needs to go into Mania next year as the champion to wrestle Bianca Belair. That is what they need to do. Carmella is not your answer.
Yeah, but I said it. Even when they can lose, I mean, one woman won a title. She didn't lose this one.
Yeah. And there's no one built up yet right now. Like what they need to, and again, like I said, what they need to do is Sasha and Bianca at WrestleMania. Not Carmella's not your answer. And remember her reign of terror 2 years ago with James Ellsworth. Remember that?
No one wants to see that again.
Remember that when she beat Asuka twice and Charlotte twice. Remember that shit?
Shocking.
I don't want to see that. I don't want to see that again.
And nobody wants to see that happen this time to Sasha with Carmella winning.
Yeah, that would be terrible.
Yeah.
That would be fucking awful. I don't want to see that.
Nobody wants to see that. You're not going to take the title off of Bayley for fucking Carmella.
Come on, people. Come on.
You're not going to have Sasha beat Bayley and have her lose to fucking Carmella for the women's championship. It will be like, why did you take the title off Bayley to begin with?
That would be ass backwards.
Yeah.
That would be big. That would be really ass backwards if you ask me. But anyways, then we go backstage. We go to Otis. He's eating a couple plates full of food. Then Bobby Roode and Dolph Ziggler walk in and they make fun of Otis, saying that he's fat. And then Otis flips the table over. He gets all pissed off before it leads to Otis and Dolph Ziggler. Oh, joy. I wonder how many people wanted to see this again. I'm not one of those people. I'm one of those people that I didn't want to see it again. What did you want to see this again, Adam? I know I didn't.
I did want to watch this. I don't even want to talk about this. I really don't. You got one guy who we actually love.
And we all know Adam's feeling towards Dolph Ziggler.
Yeah, but seriously. Well, we got one guy we actually love, but we don't even give a shit about him because they split him up from Tucker, and they're both on separate beds, and we got a fucking irrelevant fucking soul. And a guy who just has the same amount of brains as Braun Strowman has in a fucking wrestling ring in a match.
And Otis and Dolph Ziggler, do I even need to go over this? Who won? Dolph Ziggler? If you guessed Dolph Ziggler, you are wrong.
Yeah.
Otis won with the Vader bomb. And Roode tried to interfere, but it didn't work. Then Ziggler, during the match, tried to zigzag, and Otis kicked out. Otis wins with a Vader bomb. 1, 2, 3. Thanks for coming, Dolph Ziggler.
Yeah. Go back to Loserland, where you belong. And go back to Gorilla fucking or Vince McMahon's fucking dildo and show him how much of a bigger clown you are. And how big still you are.
Oh, God. Anyways, man. Oh, man. Anyways. So then we go backstage. Chad Gable is backstage with Otis. He tells Otis that he needs to embrace his inner alpha. Gable then hands Otis a pamphlet for Gable's Alpha Academy. Then Otis says some stuff, and he said he's into it. Now, I heard from someone that Otis and Chad Gable are good friends in real life, and that's something I did not know about. Now, Otis and Chad Gable, is Gable a coach for Otis? Or are they going to be a tag team? I don't know, but I do miss Jason Jordan, man. It sucks that he got hurt.
Yeah.
And I don't like, and I still don't like the fact that they broke up Heavy Machinery, but I don't know what your thoughts are on Otis and Chad Gable. Are you willing to give it a shot?
Well, I'm gonna give it a shot. Yeah, I'm gonna give this a shot.
And they could use, and SmackDown could use more tag teams.
Yeah, if Chad Gable and Otis are a new tag team, then this could be at least a decent accent to the tag team division because they need tag teams.
And maybe this gets Gable to make Otis more serious or something like that. Maybe, but Shorty G, thank God he's dead.
Yeah, but I still don't like we still do not like the fact they broke up Heavy Machinery.
Yeah, it won't be better, but I still don't like it either. They broke up Heavy Machinery. Oh, but you need to change. You can't have things be the same old shit, man. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. There's a saying with that. But I'm going to give this a shot. Chad Gable and Otis. Still don't like the fact that they broke up Heavy Machinery and all. Still don't like that. But I'm going to give Otis and Chad Gable a chance. Moving on. No holds barred. Rey Mysterio versus Seth Rollins. Rey Mysterio with the Mysterio family versus Seth Rollins with Murphy or Buddy Murphy. No holds barred match. Thank God this is over. And no holds barred. Your thoughts? I thought this was a damn good match.
Yeah, that was a damn good match. Yeah, that was a good match. Hopefully this is the end of the feud.
There was a few botches here, and there was a few botches in this match, but still a good match nonetheless. There was a couple spots. Mysterio, how he runs the ropes and does that under the bottom rope, like slide dive. He did that to Rollins on the outside, but on the steps.
Yeah.
That was a nice spot. And then there was one spot that Mysterio was hit by Rollins in the face with the steps, and then one spot that Ray thought like he was going to get his other eye popped out again. That wasn't the case, thank God. And then there was one other spot that had a table set up in the ring. Rey Mysterio was going for something on Rollins through the table off the top rope. Then Rollins was like catching him with a powerbomb position counter. It was a botch there, but Rollins saved him. Then Rollins powerbombs Mysterio off the top rope or second rope through the table set up in the ring. Table breaks. Near fall, Mysterio kicks out. And then Rollins tries to crib stomp on Mysterio on the steel steps, but Ray moves out of the way. And then Mysterio slams Rollins' head on the steps. And then one other spot. So then towards the end of this, Dominic then pulls Rollins out of the ring. Rollins super kicks him. And then Mysterio drop kicks the chair into Rollins' face. And then Buddy Murphy rolls into the ring and he gives Rollins the steel chair, right? And then Murphy picks up Mysterio. Then Aaliyah's upset outside the ring. Then before Rollins could do anything, Buddy Murphy, V-trigger knee to Rollins in the face with the chair. And then Rollins falls into the ropes. So last week when Murphy said he was back with Rollins, it was all a ruse, and Rollins was fuming with this at him. He was pissed. Rollins was pissed, bro.
Yeah.
So Rollins is furious. He's yelling at Murphy. He's like, "You son of a bitch! How you turned on me?" And then Mysterio tries his 619. Then he slips and falls on the outside. Then Mysterio dropkicks Rollins in the back and then recovers, hits the 619 properly. Then Mysterio goes top rope. He does the Eddie Guerrero thing. Then hits a frog splash for the win. And the reason Ray did this thing, because actually the day of SmackDown 2 days ago, this past Friday night on Fox at SmackDown, was actually the 15-year anniversary, 15 years ago, that on that day 15 years ago that Eddie Guerrero unfortunately passed away. So that was a nice tribute to Eddie right there. And you know Eddie Guerrero was watching.
Yeah.
And then after this match, Mysterio and his family celebrate with Murphy. Murphy and Mysterio shake hands. Mysterio gives Murphy his approval. They celebrate in the ring.
Yeah.
And then that was that for that. Your thoughts real quick.
That was a good match. And thank God this feud is over. But one thing that will not be over is Rollins versus Murphy.
Yes. Now we go backstage. Adam Pearce is telling Natalya that he put her in a triple threat tonight to win a spot of the Survivor Series team for the SmackDown Women team for this year's Survivor Series team. Natalya pouts and she jumps up and down, saying she then lose in the qualifying matches. And then she says she doesn't understand why Pearce doesn't name her to the team. Why Pearce just doesn't name her to the team. Then Pearce tells Natalya that the match is next, and then Natalya storms off. And then a woman's hand touches Pearce's arm, and it's Chelsea Green. And the camera pans, and it's Chelsea Green. Chelsea Green is found.
Yeah. Found after 7 months, but after tonight, she'll be out.
Which sucks. Okay. Which sucks. With it, wrist injury, which sucks, man. Which really sucks. So then we go backstage. Rollins finds Pearce, and he's furious at Adam Pearce. He says he demands that he's given the chance to destroy Murphy next week. So SmackDown on Fox Friday night next week. Friday night SmackDown on Fox next week. Buddy Murphy, Seth Rollins. I expect that should be a good match. I expect Buddy Murphy to go over, get his win. Then Rollins can take his time off after Survivor Series. Your thoughts?
Yeah. That should be a good match.
And then Seth even said he's done with the Mysterio family. He says he's going to destroy Murphy next week. But I expect Murphy to win.
Yeah, Buddy Murphy's going to win.
Your thoughts on all that?
Buddy Murphy's going to win.
Yeah, I don't see Rollins winning. I don't. There's no way. That's my opinion on that. Nad's opinion on that. But then we get a triple threat. But the reason I do this with triple threat was because before the match even starts, the announcer says that this match is now a fatal four-way on Chelsea Green. Comes out and it's Chelsea Green versus Natalia versus Liv Morgan versus Tamina Snuka in a fatal four-way match for the SmackDown Survivor Series Women's Team qualifying match. So during this match, I believe Liv Morgan. Now I think this is probably how Chelsea Green got hurt. Chelsea's on the apron, the outside. Liv Morgan does a drop kick, and then Chelsea, when she lands and falls and sells the bump, she lands on her wrist. I think that's probably how Chelsea Green got injured. I think.
Yeah, I think this was the spot.
Yeah, but man, Chelsea Green out for months, and now she gets hurt. That sucks, man. That really sucks. Hopefully she's back soon and healthy, but man, does this suck with her being injured now.
It sucks.
But Adam, I want to get your little rant in on Tamina Snuka of why why is she still there?
Why is Tamina and her green looking tree, her tree looking haircut still on this show? Why?
I don't know why. Tamina dead weight with her palm tree haircut. Release her, please. Why is she there? Useless is Tamina. Why is she on the show? Get her off the show. Get her on the unemployment line.
Just a seriously, how do you release Zelina Vega but you keep Tamina?
Yeah.
Awful.
Yep.
Please. Can they please get Tamina and Dolph Ziggler off of SmackDown, please?
Yeah. Oh, but you love them, man. No, you don't.
I love them. Where?
Yeah.
Where?
So, fatal four-way. Liv Morgan wins. She pins Tamina. Good. And Liv Morgan qualifies, rightfully so. The SmackDown women's team for this year's Survivor Series is looking pretty decent. And you look at the Raw women's team for this year's Survivor Series, it's laughable. Look who they have. Look who Raw has, then look who SmackDown has.
Yeah.
Ruby Riott, Liv Morgan of the Riott Squad, and Bianca Belair. They'll probably add Bayley and probably Natalia. That's a decent team. But on the other hand, with Raw's, that's a team? You call that a team?
Laughable. Absolutely laughable.
And shocking, and not for the right reasons.
Yeah.
So then we go backstage. The Street Profits are backstage with Big E. They said they made him a gift to make up for last week. They have a spread of food that is on 3 plates. Then Big E notices that it's shaped like an L. Dawkinson tells Big E that New Day serve pancakes, but the Street Profits are going to be serving up L's at Survivor Series against the New Day. Then Big E calls Ford and Dawkins the Great Value New Day. Then Big E laughs, and then Ford and Dawkinson laugh, and as Big E walks away, Ford and Dawkins then turn dead serious.
I wonder where the Street Profits got the lunch from in catering.
Yeah, but at least now I don't know what your thoughts on the segment are. I don't know, but I will say this: at least the Street Profits aren't flipping fucking pancakes.
Yeah, at least they did not dress up as the New Day,
or they didn't serve pancakes.
Yeah, at least the Street Profits did not dress up as the New Day, like the New Day did to them.
Yeah. Yeah. Though I like pancakes and waffles, I prefer waffles over pancakes, by the way. That's just my opinion.
Yeah.
And then we go to the main event. A few more minutes, guys, before we get the hell out of here, before I have to, for this Zoom meeting at 5. Unsanctioned match. Drew McIntyre, Jey Uso. Unsanctioned match. McIntyre floors Uso with a shoulder block, then Uso gets tossed into the corner by McIntyre. Then McIntyre works over Uso in the corner. And then fast forwarding to this, McIntyre and trade strikes. McIntyre hits the ropes, runs into a Samoan drop by Jey Uso. McIntyre near fall kicks out. McIntyre then crawls into the corner. Uso puts the boots to McIntyre. Then Uso calls for a running hip attack. McIntyre gets to his feet and clotheslines Uso. McIntyre then lands 2 overhead throws. And then, fast forward, Uso super kicks McIntyre. Uso goes to top rope. McIntyre cuts him off. Uso knocks McIntyre into a trio row. And then McIntyre sits up, suplexes Jay off the top rope where he sits up and then overhead tosses him, which is a nice spot for McIntyre. Then McIntyre, at least once in this match, should have kept up, which I like from Drew McIntyre, where he sits up. And then McIntyre calls for a Claymore, but Uso rolls out of the ring. McIntyre then sends Uso to the ring apron. Reigns and Heyman then walk down to the ring. Then Uso pushes McIntyre into the ring post. Uso sends McIntyre into the steps. Uso then tells Reigns he's going to beat McIntyre after Reigns came out. Then Reigns then tells Uso that he doesn't care if he wins, just make him understand. Then that's what Reigns said. Then Uso rolls into the ring and unloads on McIntyre with rights and lefts. Uso gets up and walks right into a Claymore from Drew McIntyre, and McIntyre gets the 3. And McIntyre wins. And after this match, McIntyre then stares at Reigns, and then McIntyre leaves the ring and then gets in Reigns' face. Then McIntyre asks Reigns if he understands him now. Reigns then nods and then tells McIntyre to handle his business, and he'll see him at the pay-per-view at Survivor Series. And that was SmackDown from this past Friday. Your thoughts on the show, real quick. Yeah, I felt the same way. I do want to say this though. It's SmackDown's usually tolerable. But this past Friday was just not a good show.
Yeah, speaking of that, nobody was talking about the show, but there was one thing that the people were talking about, and that was not even the show. And you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, I think we all know. Roman Reigns, but SmackDown's usually tolerable, but this past Friday just wasn't all that good this past Friday, in my opinion. Now, better than Raw, yes, but not a good show. Though better than Raw, yes, better than Raw, but still not a good show.
Yes, I want to say this. Before we get to hell. Zelina Vega was released on that same day before SmackDown went on the air. Zelina Vega got released, and she was the main talking point. Not for the right reasons.
Nope. Not at all. And I feel like with Zelina Vega being released alone, that just ruined the whole show for this Friday.
Yeah.
That's my opinion on that.
Yeah, but like, nobody's talking about the Roman Reigns segment or Sasha and the Carmella segment, and nobody was talking about the Street Profits and Big E. Nobody was talking about the main event match. Everybody was talking about Zelina Vega's release.
Yeah, and just by that release alone, that just ruined the whole show and all for Friday, in my opinion. So yeah, that's our opinions on that, and that's your SmackDown review. Though much better than Raw, but still not a good show from Friday night. Just by the Zelina Vega release alone, just ruined the whole show and all, in our opinions. That's your SmackDown review. Thank you guys so much for joining. Hope you guys enjoyed the video and all. And thank you guys so much for joining Adam and myself. And hope you guys enjoyed the video. Hope you guys had a good time here on the channel watching this video right here in this channel right here. And I'll see you next time here in the channel. It'll be Tuesday morning for the Raw review this Tuesday morning with me and Adam right here on the channel. So look out for that. And that is that. Follow me on Twitter at FioreNick579. Follow me on Instagram at NicholasFiore2014. And follow me on Facebook if you like. Follow Adam on Facebook if you like, and Instagram and Twitter with Adam as well. Links in the description after the video is done processing. And remember to hit the like button and the subscribe button. And remember to hit that bell for all notifications. So then that way you guys are notified whenever I upload videos from the channel right here onto YouTube. And that is that as far as social media platforms go. And again, thank you guys so much for joining Adam and I for the SmackDown review right here on the channel, right here in the Fiore Station channel, right here on YouTube.com. thank you guys so much for joining us. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Hope you guys had a good time on here. And Adam and I will see you next time for this Tuesday morning for the Raw review for Raw tomorrow night, which we expect Raw tomorrow to be a complete shit show. Talk to you guys later.